Lo, death has reared himself a throne in a strange city lying lone, far down within the dim west, where the good and the bad and the worst and the best have all gone to their eternal rest. Welcome to Radio Fairhaven. Listeners, I am still in the headquarters of the Resistance. It has been a few weeks since my last broadcast. There have been strange things happening in this place. I have heard peculiar chantings outside my room. The Resistance seems to be preparing for something. In other news, a strange fog has entered the town. It is thickened to the point that you can't see your hand in front of your face. It is also glowing a strange shade of green. On another note, several Resistance members have disappeared. I wonder what could be causing it. Anyway, moving on. I'd like to introduce a new segment onto our show, entitled Newcomers. The latest addition to our little hamlet is a young man by the name of Roger Davis. He has taken over ownership of the Fairhaven Hotel from the previous owner, Roger Davis. The relationship between the two men is currently unknown. This concludes Newcomers. And now, here's a little music.
Humans, give up this pointless crusade. You cannot imagine the horrors that await you if you resist. In the end, you'll join us. You always join us.
Don't show this to everyone. You must never tell anyone. If you go up there, show no fear, don't ever run up those stairs. If you're ready, then come and take these keys. The first unlocks the door, the second the loft hatch, the third the false wall, the fourth key is special. You'll know when you need it. Keep it close and use it if it glows and gets heated. Take only what you can fit in your pocket. You may need breadcrumbs, a feather, a locket. The feather is an offering to old Lord Owl. The locket for the ghost that haunts and howls. The breadcrumbs, well, you can choose that. Use them to get back or fend off King Rat. There's really no map, it's different every visit. Stay on the wooden track and don't listen to the spirits. Whatever you do when you climb the stairs, never look back, look alive and stare into the inky black, and what you'll find up there is a light to your left, go right instead. The glow is a trap for unwary visitors, delivered to the attic, it's more than a bit sinister. King Rat is in residence and mustn't be crossed. For everyone's sake, you mustn't get lost. Study the tops of the boxes of bric-a-brac, bits, bobs, gadgets, inventions and knickknacks. Look for what's lost, but take nothing else. Not jewellery or riches or mummified elves. Don't touch the old clock or the unicorn's horn. Stay away from the cages, you know you've been warned. All piles up ridiculously impossibly high, but some hold hideous mockeries of life. Beware the broken robot butler of dodgy design, self-aware and violent, a horrible device. And after what he did, he was banished to a tragic fate. He remains in the attic. Have you ever imagined what happens to unattended ideas, forgotten passions, broken moments, lost fragments, unworkable inventions, lost or shattered? Nothing is perfect, nothing is worthless, unloved, dusty, rusty, dirty. Here at the top, where the things that are lost find a home in my attic, locked in my loft. A world of dark wonder, sunbeam, dust flecks, something comes scuttling, don't run just yet. It might be a spider made of old watches, it might be the two-headed toad I adopted. If it's the spider, answer his riddles quick. Ignore the toad if it asks you to lick it. But if it's a beast that's made of shadows, hide out of sight, somewhere narrow, or fight to the death. Take 2 rights and a left, avoid more surprises, find your prize and then step to the lock with the key to your lost property. Unlock the black box, bring its contents to me. Leave the locket behind for the phantoms and ghosts. Throw breadcrumbs to the sky and run back to your host. I only hope Lord Owl guides you back, or you'll never survive, trapped lost in the attic.
An update on resistance activity. Silence has fallen over the base. The chanting has stopped, and the only thing moving is my mouth. Wait. I hear... Ladies and gentlemen, the revolution begins. The resistance has begun throwing off the hated oppressors of unknown origin. Fairhaven, I'm going to see this for myself. I say, wait for me. I'm a reporter. This is Alexander Browning. If you're hearing this message, I'm either temporarily away from my desk or possibly dead. Either way, I've recorded this message on the occasion that I might not return. And now, a word from our sponsors. Rogers Cure All Tonic is the answer for all life's problems. A stomach reliever, a cure for toothache, and if that doesn't perk your interest, this will. It can be used as a clothing cleaner. Rogers Cure All. Not responsible for any growths that may occur. Now, the weather report. Good chance of sun and destruction of property. Stay indoors until further notice. This is... Dear people, the creatures are gone. We are free. As soon as the portal shut, the fog lifted, and the creatures vanished. However, I saw something that was... is difficult to explain. Before the portal was closed, I caught a glimpse of the creature's world. It appeared to be dark, ancient, and strangely enough, underwater. The resistance members were chanting in that strange language. At first, nothing happened, but then a glowing light emanated from the portal. I managed to get a glimpse at one of the creatures in the distance. As soon as the light began to glow, it charged at us. I, in the old human tradition of self-preservation, immediately ran for cover. The resistance members remained chanting, as if they did not fear death. Just as the creature was about to barrel over them, it disappeared, along with the rest of them. As soon as the portal shut, the resistance leader said this: "In his house at Ryla, dead Cthulhu waits dreaming." Whatever that means. My dear friends, with the end of this, frankly, horrible ordeal, I see no harm in celebrating. Break out the candy and start carving pumpkins, listeners. All Hallows Eve is upon us. I'm off to the shops. That is, if there still is a shop. But anyway, rejoice in this of all nights, for we are free. Good night, Fairhaven, and happy Halloween.
Don't get comfortable, mortals. You'll come around. Eventually. You always do.
Hello, this is Nick Gossage, creator of Radio Fairhaven. To all of you that have continued to listen to the show, thank you. I really appreciate it. The artwork for the show was done by my good friend Brooke Butler. I've linked her Tumblr down below if you're interested. If you enjoy listening to the show, please feel free to share it with your friends, family, close acquaintances, not so close acquaintances, anyone who you think would like it. I would really appreciate that. This week's poem was A City in the Sea by Edgar Allan Poe. Thanks for listening, and happy Halloween.